Yo, what's popping, guys? Man, Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson, man. What's you guys' opinion on that, man? I think it's a future potential fight, maybe 2 to 3 years or something like that, maybe. Um, I had a couple buddies of mine. They're kind of split down the middle, which it is a 50-50 fight. Some of my boys are talking about, hey, Tank gonna get knocked. Tank gonna knock Shakur Stevenson the fuck out. If he gets in close like Valdez did, it might not look good for him. He can't go in there with that same performance. And some say, hey, Shakur Stevenson is going to run circles around him, outbox him, get fat, Tank tired. That's what they were talking about and shit. So, man, I want you guys' opinion, man. Who do you guys see winning that type of fight, man? That's a 50-50 fight. And it has the potential to be a super fight. Kind of the same as, this fight could be talked about, the same way as Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. And the way that I mean is, people are, clamoring for this type of fight. You got Spence fans, you got Bud fans talking a lot of shit. Who's going to whoop whose ass and shit like that. And we want to make the fights happen. This type of fight, I feel it has the potential to be in that category as far as, it could build. It could be a very big fight in the future. Now, I'm saying all that to say that, it has the potential for that. But of course, I still feel like a lot of things have to happen. They're going to have to fight, to me, a few more better fights. Now, Shakur Stevenson, he did fight, a damn good fighter in Oscar Valdez, put on a great performance. I think Tank's going to be fighting Rolly Romero. I think I heard a rumor that Calvin Ford, Tank's trainer, said that they're going for the big fights after this. So that's a good look. It starts right there. If these guys go in there, if Shakur starts fighting nothing but big fights, Tank fights big fights, they get the job done. They win those fights. Boom, there you have it. A super fight with these guys. I think it's got potential maybe for 2 to 3 years down the road. I don't think it's going to be right away because, like I said, I don't think Bob Bram's going to, I don't know if he's going to go for that right away. And plus, Shakur's kind of torn between fighting still at 130, collect the nose belts, the rest of those, and going for the big fights, man. That's pretty much his decision, his choice. But Tank said he's ready, man. So, I think that Haney definitely going to have something to say about it. Kambosos, Lomachenko, they're going to have something to continue to say about that, So, I'm saying this fight has the potential to be a great fight and a super fight like, all the other great super fights we've seen. But, hey, they still have to get through a lot of other good fighters out there, man. And, but who do you guys see winning that type of matchup, man? I mean, it's a tough fight, man. I think that me personally, I feel Shakur could outbox. If he could, I wouldn't say outbox because Tank is a hell of a boxer too. He just doesn't really have to show that all the time. So I was wrong about that. I wouldn't say just clearly outbox, but I think that he could, win. By boxing, he could win. He could beat Tank. But I think Tank, man, shit, you know how it goes, man. Tank can knock anybody out, man. If he really can, man. So and he can box as well, man. Like I said, man, very good fight, man. It's a 50-50 split down the middle. It's just something to where it's like, in this type of fight, man, I would just have to watch. A lot of people saying, hey, Shakur's a little bit still kind of too green in their eyes, and they feel that Tank, the bigger guy, he'll go up in there and Leo Santa Cruz him. I don't know about that, you know what I'm saying? But, I think that Shakur would be a fucking fool to go in there and just trade with the guy and do all that type of stuff. But, hey, that's on him if he tried to do that, But who do you guys have winning that fight, man? I think I like how they was talking that shit, Tank saying, hey, man, after this fight with Romero, I might go down to 130. Since everybody's saying that Shakur is that guy, I'm going to prove that he might not be that guy. And it looks like, hey, Shakur Stevenson pretty much welcomes that, on Twitter. So, man, who do you guys have winning that fight, man, if it went down? You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to have some, we're going to have a pretty good waiting period for that. I think they're going to have a lot of other things they got to get done, other big fights to make that fight happen. But, man, if it did, bro, who do you guys got, man? Let me know in the comments, man. Peace out.